guys, Robert Murphy from Holistic Healing Choices here. Now today we're going to talk about want versus need. Now a lot of people say that they need something when it might actually just be a want. So the difference is, while we both want those things or feel that we need them in our lives, we don't actually. Now I see need. Now keep in mind this is totally my point of view on the subject. I see need as something crucial to your survival. Say, I need oxygen. I need food. I need water. That should more or less just about cover those needs. More or less. But I also need a roof over my head. To do this, I need a video camera and a computer to be able to process it and put it up later. Now, I could do it on an old school Pentium 2, maybe. It probably wouldn't accept the high quality definition of this video, but let's say I could do it on that. But I want the i7, the i9 or whatever, so it makes it so much easier. There we have a need versus a want. Now that also comes down to every part of life as well. Let's take for instance my fiance, before I put a ring on it, was very upset with me when I explained this to her in a way that I said, I don't need your love, but I want it. And she got very upset because her definition was vastly different to mine, so to speak. Once I explained it to her, it still didn't make it work because she felt like she wasn't needed in my life. Which, to be absolutely honest, she's not. But I want her there. I don't need her to survive, but she makes my life so much more joyous, wonderful, blah blah blah. So there we had that shift, and I got to thinking about it. How many people say that they need someone in their life? Like, oh, I need him. If that person leaves, what are you? I'm very comfortable with myself and my own relationship with myself. I know myself very well, and I like and appreciate and love myself. Now, I see that as people who need other people in their lives don't quite love themselves, probably as much as they should. Because they need someone else to keep validating them or for them to place their attention onto, which can be pretty dangerous really when you think about it, because if that person leaves or passes suddenly or something like that, that person's left and crumbles. Once explaining that, it wasn't so much that I needed her love, but I want it. I love having her in my life. But if she was to leave, then, while I would be very, very sad for a long time, probably, I would still be able to keep going. Or if something else happened and, I can move on from that. Now, I'm not saying, she's only there, which is the way she took it. She's only there to satisfy my needs or anything like that. No, she's very much a part of my life. She's involved with a little bit in part of the business. You might have seen her in a few videos or something like that. Involved with the group that we train in. She keeps me motivated. She helps me out. She cooks me meals. She does a lot of things for me. A lot of stuff I could do myself where I'd have to take more time away from this sort of stuff or even work itself or even training or whatever. So it's very good to have her in my life, and I want that. I want that. I want her to love me, and I want to love her. I don't need it, I want it. A car is a very finicky example of that. Sometimes we might need that car to travel great distances at the time of our choosing or needing to get there at that certain time. That is more of a need, but there are other ways around it where we can use that public transport or whatever, ask for a lift, then we're relying on someone else. So we might need that car to not be such a burden on other people, which is then what we're perceiving ourselves to be anyway, and that comes back down to self-love once again. So it's a very complicated sort of subject, but needs and wants should be very one way or the other. And you should never need someone else in that life to complete you. Which is what I'm getting to here, is more into that self-love. If you need someone, if you really need them to validate yourself or to feel better about yourself, you need to do a bit more work on loving yourself. Make it a need to put yourself first. Now, when I say put yourself first, I don't mean be a selfish, egotistical bastard, asshole, no one likes you sort of thing. What makes up you can be very broad, so to speak. When you need to put yourself first, it might be because of the job that you do. It might be because of your friends and family. It might even be because of your health. If you're wanting that other person in your life so badly, what is it that you feel that you lack in you? Now, I know it seems like we've gone completely off topic, but the need to be happy is such a, huge thing these days. Like, everybody wants that new thing, that new computer, that new car, that new what, big, shiny, bright, whatever it is, distract us from ourselves or whatever it is. New things aren't going to make you happy. They're all wants. Whereas you should be completely okay with just being yourself, who you are. You should never give that power away to anybody else. So make it a need to love yourself. To look in the mirror and say, I love you, not for any particular reason, just because you're you. Look in the mirror and appreciate everything that you do. Be grateful you're here. You have something that you can share with the rest of the world. Now, come with this from a place without ego. That is a true power of self-love. Like, I know my strengths, my limitations, my weaknesses, yada yada yada, and I'm completely okay with that. I know I'm never going to be slim, I know I'm never going to be, 6'5". These are things that I'm completely okay with. I'm comfortable in my own body, who I am, my sense of humour and stuff like that. I'm really happy being my own person. I don't feel the need to measure up to anybody else or anything like that. And I see so many people doing that, choosing that lifestyle, I need to be fitter, I need to be slimmer, I need to be you. Want those things, of course, but don't make them a need, because then what comes when you have that? So the need to be slimmer, so to speak, what happens when you get to that, and then you see someone else who's slimmer and you need to be slimmer again? If you want to be slimmer, do it for you, not because of anybody else. And people like to put those in that category as well, so they need to be slimmer so they can look better at the beach and stuff like that. If you turn it into a want, it becomes less important. And once it becomes less important to, being that slim, trim, taut and terrific sort of person, you're more okay with yourself. And more often than not, you'll find that, you lose that weight anyway. Because you're happier with yourself, because you're happier in life, and because, you're slightly less worried about it. A need also seems to be like a desperation to some people. Like, oh, I need it, I need it, I need it. It shows a lack, whereas a want has a significant less energy about it, less intense energy about it. So you want less than you need. But anyway, guys, that's just a small little thing about need versus want. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, any whatever, comments about this video, please feel free to comment down below. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.